But Rajasthan, who made it to the finals last year, and they started off all right, and you were thinking, oh, they're getting another playoff spot for sure. But then suddenly, just completely get derailed. As I've always said, the technical explanation for that, what happened to their season, is Joy. Wow, 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 wow.
What is the technical explanation? Okay. But look at the greens before.
Because they won 4 out of the first 5, and then they've lost 5 out of the next 6.
Yep,
right?
Just fell off a cliff.
Exactly. And when you fall off a cliff, in a cartoon, exactly that. And the losses, there's some big losses, right? I'm messing around. Look at that. 6 wickets, 9 wickets, 4 wickets. These are... It's 112 runs. Of course, that big loss against Bangalore right towards the end, which, it's got to hurt.
Killed them. That killed them. 2 things killed them. That 59, they would have qualified in spite of that no ball. The game was won. Those are 2 points. They're sitting on 16 with a net run rate. They're waltzing into the playoffs.
Yeah.
So, they've lost on a 3rd decimal point.
Yeah.
And they've lost on an extra half centimeter.
Yeah. Can I just say, though, again, we said it last year as well, and I've always told you on Cricbuzz Live, we always want to discuss the thought rather than the result. And just the thought of this team of playing that 6+5, right? We're going to play 6 batters and we're going to play 5 bowlers, right? And the impact sub kind of helped them a bit. That rule genuinely helped them because they were not playing that genuine Hardik Pandya quality all-rounder, right?
They didn't have that in their lineup. Really.
Right?
I mean, Jason Holder is the closest they had.
Yeah, and he did.
Correct?
Yeah.
So now, this did help them. But do you think that will they still go into next season with the 6+5? They can't. No other team is playing this. People are taking 8, 9 bowling options, batting down to 8 and 9. You're missing a few tricks if you're playing like this.
So
last
year the lead bowlers towards the end were Kuldeep Sen and Obaid McCoy.
Yeah.
I think Obaid McCoy played 1 game. He came on as a sub and bowled 1 over. He came on as the impact sub, bowled 1 over. Kuldeep Sen never arrived. He was so in spite of the fact that they had that quality of spin bowling, but there was one factor for RR this year, and that was Jos Buttler.
Yeah.
863 runs versus 394.
Yeah.
Now, he's made 394 runs with 5 ducks.
Yeah, wow.
Right?
That's the story.
For a while, I thought he was a Chinese restaurant. I mean, only they have so many ducks. Right?
392 runs with 5 ducks. That means in the remaining innings, he's done very well. But when you lose 400 runs, 450 runs, who's filling that? I think they got a bonus 200 from Yashasvi.
From Jaiswal.
From Jaiswal. But they needed a 450-run season for Sanju Samson. Normally, a player of his ability, you want him to be 500 plus.
Yeah.
But because he's constantly giving you 150, 160 strike rates, it'll be very difficult for him to get a 550 season, though Jaiswal managed that. But you need a 450-run season from Sanju Samson. So suddenly, and then Hetmeyer had that mid-season slump coincides with Hetmeyer's slump.
Yeah.
So that is where suddenly the batting died for them.
I mean, they've got great bowlers, you can tell. I mean, when any team that has Chahal and Ashwin both in it, and then Zampa comes in.
And Trent Bolt took 7 wickets in the first over.
Trent Bolt does his bit.
No, look, I think, go back to it, it's more, say, philosophical changes. Do I change as a team or do I change do I say that, lots of things went wrong which will not go wrong every year? Jos Buttler shouldn't get 5 ducks every year. He may not get 863 runs every year, but nor is he going to get 5 ducks. Okay, and you have to say that Jaiswal is definitely on the up. They discovered another middle order batter like Dhruv Jurel, who I think is a really promising star again. He gets enough, he's going to give you a little more. Hetmeyer gave you too much last season. He hasn't, he's underperformed, overperformed, there's somewhere par. I still think it's not time to go to the cleaners and say that you're going to change everything. I still feel there's enough of a core in there to make another serious run next year.
Chahal, of course, did the same as he did last year. Chahal was service as per usual. Got the purple cap last year. This year he's got
21 wickets.
21 wickets. So he did his bit. But again, just not enough runs from the batters, right? They just didn't get enough from them.
Absolutely.
That's what happened.
Yeah.
But the star, of course. And here's what happened. When this IPL started, talking about, we got to think of the next generation of T20 batters. Who are your opening batters? Talking about Shubman Gill, talking about Rituraj Gaikwad, maybe Prithvi Shaw. Suddenly this guy.
Started season here, ended the season here. I talked about Shubman Gill. I think you can say that about Yashasvi Jaiswal as well. Because it's not that he couldn't handle pace. He handled pace fine. He's made 625 runs. The moment you go past 500, you're a good player. If you go past 600, you're in a different league. When Sean Marsh made 616 in that first season, we thought, aisa bhi hota hai. And he's made 625, but he was pulling fast bowlers.
Yeah.
Which is a good sign. And if Gavaskar says he's ready for the next level, I'm taking that word.
Yeah, it looked like it, especially that KKR game, of course. You can't forget that innings.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was stunning. And the point of it is what Harsha has spoken about, his fearlessness.
Yeah.
There's that really difficult shot where you go off the front foot, where you commit on the front foot. And then if it's coming here, you whack it from here, it's always a dangerous shot as well because, there's a bowler who's trying to bowl short at you and instead of pulling away, you're going at him. And he hits that so well. He hits that so perfectly. He hits that with so much conviction that what happens if you move forward is it opens up a much larger part of the leg side field for you.
And he was this very thin, weak-looking guy. You wondered if there was a gale, what would happen? Okay, if there's a storm, you weren't comparing to gale. There's a storm, would be. And this year, when I was doing that post-game, Rohit Sharma was asking him, "Tera power kahan se aaya?"
Yeah.
Because he's got power in his game now, which is essential. So he is challenging for a spot in the national level. Make no mistake.